Hello YouTube, it's Julie here from Mostly Caffeinated. Today I am talking about my daily schedule. A little preface if you're not familiar with my life. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have two boys. One is 2 and one is 2 months. And this is approximately how our day goes. Now of course there's variation. There's days when weird things are going on, or we have events, or something doesn't go as planned, or the 2-year-old throws 85,000 fits. But in general, this is how I try to run my day. A cup of coffee, as usual, made with the AeroPress, and a snack. I have this Lara bar thing. These are delicious. I'm not like a health nut by any means, you will notice from some of my dinner plans. But if you are, or if you have allergies, these are gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, vegan. They're kosher for my Jewish friends who keep kosher. I'm kind of Jewish, but I'm not kosher. I do care a little bit about the non-GMO thing. It's like a granola bar, except, obviously it's not granola. I kind of like it because there's no filler. Like, it's just coconut almonds, dates, cashews, coconut oil. Like, there's no extra goop in there. It's just like whole foods type of thing. I don't know. I got that from my mom. It's delicious. That's what I'm eating. So, on to the schedule we go. Here we go. Okay, at 5 o'clock in the morning, the alarm clock goes off because my husband has an hour-long commute to work. Okay, so he spends from 5 to 6 getting ready. Sometimes he's got some work he's got to do, getting his lunch, whatever. He leaves for work at 6. He always tells me when he's leaving. My goal is to get up at 6. Now, I do have a 2-month-old, so depending on the baby, when the baby wakes up, and if the baby will go back to bed, and whether the big kid gets up too early or something, this 6:15 to 8 o'clock time is a little bit flexible. But somewhere in there, I try to get a shower, get my clothes on, get my hair did, and somewhere in there I end up feeding the baby, and usually the baby will go back to sleep. If I don't shower and get ready here, it's not going to happen. So there's my time. Yes, I could get up at 5 o'clock when my husband gets up, but once in a while the baby still gets up in the middle of the night, and I cannot sleep that few number of hours, so I take that extra hour till 6. I'm trying to balance needing sleep and getting ready. Okay, somewhere around 8 o'clock, my 2-year-old gets up, hopefully. Hopefully not earlier. When he gets up earlier, the whole day's kind of thrown off. And immediately we run into the potty. We have breakfast. We get dressed. This is circled. This is one of the key parts of my day, in my opinion. If I can get the baby back to sleep and I have this time alone with my oldest, it's really best. He does not enjoy breakfast, getting dressed, using potty with a little brother around. Now, he really does like the baby. He likes to play with the baby. He likes to help with the baby. He talks about the baby. But those first, half an hour worth of time, it's like he can't process not being the center of attention just yet. So I try to spend this time with him, one-on-one. I'm an easy breakfast kind of mom. We do toast, we do cereal, we do oatmeal. If I made a coffee cake on the weekend, we'll eat that, but that's about it. Yes, it takes an hour to do those things with the 2-year-old. If you have a 2-year-old, you know what I'm talking about. From 9 to 10:30, somewhere in there, the baby wakes up again. I try to play with Linus. I end up feeding the baby again. We get the baby dressed. That's like a highlight of Linus's day. He likes to help dress his brother. And I try to pick up while Linus is playing. If the baby will let me put him down, great. If I have to carry him around, fine. 10:30, snack time. That is circled as a key part of our day. My 2-year-old gets hangry. I wasn't certain that was a real thing until my 2-year-old came along. If he does not have his snack by 10:30, he is a little beast. So we make sure we stop and have snack time. Okay? And then the baby usually takes a morning nap somewhere in this time. That's why this play is circled. This is the time when I try to play alone with my oldest. Something that we can't play with the baby around, or something that requires, crawling around on the ground or something like that. So the baby's hopefully napping somewhere in there. Around 12:30, we try to eat lunch. And then at 1 o'clock, my oldest goes for his nap. He doesn't always fall asleep at 1, but about 1 every day, I put him in his room, tuck him in, turn his lights off, tell him to nap. I try right away after that to feed the baby and put the baby down for his second nap. That way I get both boys napping at the same time. I don't have a trick to that other than I just started doing it that way. As soon as he went to nap, I'd start to nurse the other one to sleep. And they pretty much do this every day. Now, how long the big one naps, it's hard to tell. It depends on what time he falls asleep. If he doesn't play very much, he'll be up by 3 or 3:30. If he plays around in his room a long time, he might not get up till like 5. The baby, again, a couple hours, he's probably good for, sometimes 3 hours. But this nap time, this is the key part of my day. Okay, this is when I do my daily cleaning task. In my kind of cleaning rotation video upcoming, I will talk about what tasks I do what day and why. But there's one big housekeeping thing I do every day: laundry, or cleaning bathrooms, or sweeping and Swiffering. I do that at the beginning of nap time, usually. If my kids seem kind of restless, sometimes I'll put it off till the middle of nap time when they're both sound asleep. If it sounds like I'm having too much fun, or if I make too much noise, one or the other will get up. This is also the time when I work on YouTube and my blog. I do a big stint on Saturdays during nap time, but I do a little bit each day here too. If I need to use Pinterest, now this is not Pinterest for fun. That's not what I mean. I do that on the weekends. But this is Pinterest like I need to look up constructive play ideas for my 2-year-old, or I need a recipe for next week, or I need to look up some tricks for laundry or something. This is like Pinterest as it pertains to my household. I need some ideas. I keep those things written down in my planner. This is also the time when I deal with my shopping list on the appropriate day. I deal with paperwork, like, making appointments, or organizing some paperwork, or, I'm involved in a couple of nonprofits, like, do I have notes I took at meetings? Do I need to type something up? And when I work on my planner, if I need to make any adjustments in there. Hey, when the biggin gets up, it is snack time again, another key part of my day. He gets hangry. And hopefully I can sneak that in before the baby gets up, and then I have to sit down and feed the baby. He can eat while I'm feeding the baby. That's fantastic. And then we play. I try to pick up again, more feeding of the baby, until it's time to make dinner at about 5:45. My husband gets home at about 6:15, so I hope to have dinner on the table at 6:30. Some days, if dinner is complicated, or my 2-year-old is freaking out, or the baby is cluster feeding, we don't get dinner started until he comes home, and then the whole night's off. But this is, in a good world, on a good day. Yes, it takes about an hour to eat. At a 2-year-old, I have to feed the baby while we're eating, because that kid cluster feeds like all night long. But by 7:30, it is either bath time, or on the nights we don't take a bath, it's play with dad time. And then we spend an hour getting ready for bed. This is because dad works all day, and my son is a total daddy's boy. So he wants to spend an hour drinking some juice, reading lots of books, putzing with his pajamas, brushing his teeth. This is key. If we do not spend an hour doing this, he will not go to bed. He will pitch a fit that he did not have enough time with his dad. So we make that a priority in our night. Yes, my 2-year-old does not go to bed until 9 p.m. Yes, I know that's kind of late, but with my husband not getting home until 6:15, that's just what needs to happen if we have any hope of eating and getting him calmed down and getting him enough time with his dad. Hey, then from 9 to 9:30, as soon as that 2-year-old goes to bed, it's just like nap time. I start feeding that baby till the baby falls asleep, and then I put him to bed for the night. From 9:30 to 10:30, that's our, marriage time. Essentially, we turn on the TV and we eat ice cream. Pretty much every single day. If my husband has a video game that he's playing, he'll play his video game, and I'll do for fun Pinterest or for fun YouTube. But we have ice cream pretty much every single day because that's just what we like to do. And at 10:30, we both go to bed. Without fail, we need to go to bed at 10:30. This is why I can't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 11:30, 12:30, 1:32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, that would be 6.5 hours of sleep. My husband apparently can do that. I cannot, especially not if I wake up for an hour in the middle of the night with the baby. Now, not included on this is like activities. I try, if we have something going on, I try to put it in the morning during like this time, somewhere between 9 and lunch. Appointments, library visits, stuff like that. I try to put that up here. If we have an evening activity, of course, everything after nap time is kind of jumbled up, but we still do try to do this hour of bedtime starting at 8 o'clock. Also not included on here is all the trips to the bathroom that I take the 2-year-old on. We are potty training. We have been potty training for about 6 months. He's pretty far along in the process, but he does not ask to go to the bathroom. So I have to schedule taking him. So I have to look at the clock every day when he gets up. And take him 2 hours after that, and 2 hours after that, and 2 hours after that, all day long, every 2 hours running to the bathroom. That's just not worth it to even write on here. And that might not apply to you, because maybe you don't have a potty training child who's stubborn. But that's what my day looks like. I hope that helps some people just starting out. I know when I first started staying home, I had no clue what to do during the day or how to make it work. So I hope that was useful to some of you. I'll see you later. Bye.